Those of you who don't know me, my name is Marlon Solomon. I'm the founder and senior project engineer at the Afrimerican Culture Initiative, some know as the Afrimerican Academy, and we serve multicultural communities, underserved multicultural communities with restorative projects through research, education, and technology. Restorative projects, what are those? Those are projects that build community, repair harm, and promote inclusivity, like what we're here to do today. We are here to build community amongst ourselves and strengthen our community against the forces that be. We are here to repair harm that has been done to our communities for centuries. And we're going to promote inclusivity because that's just the kind of people we are. We always have our arms open. And we go around and we have these workshops like you were about to engage into today. And each one of these workshops has a special place because we're going to put a word, all right? One word from all your talking today. You're going to come up with one word. That's your challenge to put on the Rise Above Redlining portraits. So this is the Rise Above Redlining portrait.
The effort to end segregation and discrimination in the Boston public schools. And our feeling was that if a black child had been shot and killed on opening day, Boston would have experienced a civil war. And in retrospect, we wouldn't be here celebrating the Boston that we celebrate today as an inclusive and welcoming city, a world-class city. In any event, I won't go into greater detail because this young lady to my right has...
We were children thrust into an environment that no child should ever have had to endure. What I remember most are the sounds. The explosive impact of rocks and bricks smashing through the window of the school bus. The quick swirling speed of shattered glass hurling across my face, missing by inches. The piercing, frightful screams of injured children frantically crying out for someone to rescue us. Through the chaos, I hear the unforgivable chanting by the angry white protesters as they stood by defiantly with fists held high, singing out in unison, "Hell no, we won't go." The words grabbed me tight, slowly deconstructing what little self-esteem I had acquired at that point in my life. In paralyzing fear, I watched how smoothly the word nigger formed around the insides of their mouth, how easily it molded to fit their jawline, how effortlessly and unrestrained it slipped through their teeth, eagerly inching out into the atmosphere. Nigger, nigger, nigger resounded endlessly in quick successions like loud, angry thunder.
It goes back to today and how do we understand Donald Trump and what's happening in the election and why does he have the support of half the country and the half that supports them. Some of them are racist, but many of them have their own fears and worries and pain in their own lives. And that's a challenge when the other side, people of color, what they continue to go through is real and so forth. But if we can't find a way to bridge that, we're gonna, our country will just keep going with all the troubles, or even worse, that could happen in November.
Bill did a great service to me, and to the then very small number of Black students at Harvard. He started us all on a journey that brings me here to you today. I encourage my students and all of you to walk in Bill's footsteps. For as another mentor of mine once told me, and I've told this to Marlon, the struggle for human rights and social justice is like planting date seeds. Date seeds? I asked him, I said, what are you talking about? He said, a date seed, when planted, takes 80 years before it matures into a tree that bears fruit. So a farmer who plants a date seed does so understanding he will never taste the fruit of that tree.
On GPH, I said I'm in school. I don't remember a lot of what happened in school. I remember there was an incident in the classroom that my mother had to take the bus to Charlestown. Now, for most of us who have Black parents who didn't have cars back in the day, imagine having to go to Southie to get your child by bus, or to come to Charlestown by bus. And I said this on radio and it got kind of a laugh. My mother's Alabama, so she can be, my mother will go to war over her children. For those people who know Southern mothers. So my mother came up to school because of the incident in the classroom, and I just remember her taking me out of the classroom and bringing me outside because she was going to bring me home. And a real burly white guy comes up and he's yelling at her and us. And what I remember is, and she kind of recounts some of the words, and of course it was the hateful words that we were hearing on the street at that time. And he's yelling at us with all those racial words and go back to Roxbury. And I don't remember it, but I just remember being confused. So I share this to say, history is not a mere gathering of facts, it's deriving a reasonable interpretation of facts. There's a reason why we're studying it.